What's going on, guys? This is PokeHobs. I'm Jay. Today we're going to be comparing vintage Pokemon cards to their modern Grails. I thought this would be a really fun little video, especially because Pokemon's 30th anniversary is literally right around the corner for us. So we're just going to kind of take a look at the past, go down memory lane, and then look at the stuff that we've been getting the last few eras, like Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet, and we're going to compare arts. And before we kick that off and get into that, vintage Pokemon cards are characterized by nostalgia, lower print runs, and more simple and charming holo designs. They offer a high, stable investment value due to their scarcity. That might be true. I don't know. I don't have enough money to invest into vintage cards. I've looked at some of the PSA 10s. That's definitely over my budget. So I did grab a few. So before we kick it off, I know the light always kind of hits these weird, but I grabbed a few of my slabs for you guys. So this was my favorite card as a kid. I love Blastoise. So here we have, the Celebrations one, and then a very modern one. I believe this was from 151. Both very cool. So this one, it creates a different kind of emotion in me because as a little kid, again, this was my favorite. Now this one, obviously, the art. I mean, we'll get into that at the end of the video. Then I have Venusaur. So just got the big boys here. Like you can see a pretty big difference. We have definitely come a long, long way, but there's something so like heartwarming about these old school vintage ones. And then lastly, I'm going to do the Charizard. So I just grabbed one from Brilliant Stars where he's fighting Venusaur, and then the OG, right? This was like everyone's favorite, it seemed like, when I was a kid. And if you look at the PSA 10 prices for a base set first edition, yeah, that one obviously reigns king, So let's keep going. I'm really excited about this video. So comparison keynotes. So the artwork and quality. Modern cards have a lot more texturing. They're full arts, way more vibrant colors and designs compared to the classic cards. Now, rarity and supply. So obviously vintage cards weren't nearly as heavily printed. Back then, again, I don't think too many people were in the investing realm of Pokemon. So finding those like in pristine, good condition, it's extremely rare, which fetches those insane prices that they demand today. Gameplay. So modern cards are drastically more powerful with high HP and damage, making them much faster in gameplay compared to the slower, less efficient vintage cards. So yeah, so that's what we got. Basically, the vintage ones are going to be all about like charm and their simple designs, and they do invoke like that certain emotion in us, especially if you guys were collecting, back in the 90s or early 2000s as a kid. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, let's take a look. So first, we're gonna do some of the top 10 most popular Pokemon of all time. So I started this one off with Mewtwo. So I have the 1999 base set Mewtwo, and we're gonna compare that to its modern Grail. So it's gonna be the Destined Rivals one. So just take a look at both of those. Again, how times have changed in 30 years. We've come a long way, you guys. Next, I put down Garchomp. So Garchomp first appeared in 2007. And the next one is going to be Destined Rivals. So take a look at those. Look at the differences. Next on the list, we have Rayquaza. So Rayquaza first appeared in 2003. Now let's take a look at the Rayquaza from Evolving Skies. Epic, grail of a card. I love it. Next on the list, let's take a look at Eevee. So Eevee first appeared in 1999 in the Jungle expansion. And then the Eevee that I chose for the modern one was the promo in the Prismatic Evolutions ETB. I think this is the cutest, best little Eevee card ever. I bought it for the missus in a 10 for Christmas. She loves it. Eevee's her favorite. Next, we have Umbreon. So Umbreon first appeared in Neo Destiny back in 2001. And I went with the Evolving Skies Umbreon VMAX. To me, it's just so much cooler than the one from Prismatic. Personal opinion, of course. But yeah, take a look at the two differences. I actually saw a post recently, like if you could pick one or the other value aside, which one are you going with? To me, like obviously the Evolving Skies one. I'm a huge fan of the modern arts. I love where we're at and the direction that it's going today. Next on the list, we have Gengar. So Gengar first appeared also in 1999 in the Fossil set. And the one that I put down on today's list is for modern, is from Ascended Heroes. So let's take a look at those, look at the difference. Again, looks a hell of a lot different than it did 30 years ago, that's for sure. Next up, Lucario, 2007 made his debut. Oh, not entirely true. So I believe a movie came out in Japan, like Lucario and the Mystery of Mew or something like that. And he had some promos come out. But Lucario's like first set that he was in was the Diamond and Pearl base set. And I chose Mega Evolutions, like the Mega Lucario, to do a side-by-side comparison. Okay, next we have Mew. So Mew, same thing. Mew had some promos come out before being featured, I believe, for the first time, like in a set. So I went with the 2000 like movie promo, the Ancient Mew. Now, I'm comparing that one to the Bubble Mew from Paldean Fates. Okay, so in 2000, that promo, this promo of Mew, that's a freaking sick card. It's really hard to grade, and I actually know a couple of people today that's like one of their all-time favorite cards. It is beautiful. It's super, super unique. The Bubble Mew, on the other hand, also super unique. Obviously it's a very different style art. So both are really great, and I love them both. I think for this Mew, like having this particular type of art and card all the way back from 2000 was pretty ahead of their time if you compare it to the other vintage cards on this list. Next, we have the 1999 base set Charizard. And I don't think he stands a chance art-wise because he's going up against the Charizard XEX from Phantasmal Flames. So obviously everyone's opinions are going to vary on this, but I'm going with the modern art, of course. But, you know, again, there's something about that nostalgia factor that just, I don't know, it does something inside. And lastly, we're going to end it on Pikachu. So Pikachu was first released along with the Charizard and a couple others on this list in the 1999 base set. And the modern Pikachu that I'm choosing to show today was from Crown Zenith. So really, really sick card. The reason I chose this particular Pikachu as like a modern grail, I wasn't looking at value so much as the artwork. Also, Crown Zenith, what I love about it, and you know, one of my favorite things about it, was the last set on the English side to have the yellow borders. So every set that came after this Pikachu and Crown Zenith came with silver borders. So that's the last we're going to see of those. And I love this card. It's very reminiscent of like the Japanese promos. Like anytime, like I feel like the more Pokemon we can fit into a card, to me, it's even cooler. So I really love this Pikachu in particular. I really heavily prefer it over the Pikachu from Surging Sparks, in my opinion. So yeah, that's where we're at with it. I would love to hear in the comments below if you guys like the artworks from the vintage side better. They are charming, they are cute. Or if you're more appreciative towards like the full art, alternate art, secret illustration rares. Obviously they both hold value, and they're both near and dear to my heart for different reasons. But yeah, anyways, thanks again, guys. Until next time, peace.